We've spent the last 5 months work camping at a popular northern Michigan campground because, well, we're broke.
That's no good.
Whew, we dodged a bullet.
No way for me to poke through that.
Between the economy and truck repairs, we've had to stop traveling full-time just to be able to afford everyday expenses. But we have big plans for summer of 2024, and so we need a lot more money to make our travel dreams come true.
You always lose your key.
What did I do with my key?
I don't know.
Oh,
did you leave?
it's up here on the dashboard.
Stick around to find out where we're going and our plan to work lucrative, short-term gigs to get us there.
All right, we leave tomorrow, but we've been here for 4 months and we are a little out of practice. And how do I say this? Things are spread out. It's gonna be a really busy morning. I've gotta put the bikes on the bike rack, gotta put the motorcycle on the motorcycle rack, gotta put the motorcycle rack on the truck first, I guess. Gotta clean up the basement. And that's just to name a few. There's a whole list of stuff I've gotta get done, so I best get started right now. First up, I need to fill the propane tanks, and already I'm encountering the first problem of the day.
What's the issue? Why are you having issues?
So, remember this whole thing not working?
Is it not working again?
So apparently when I pulled the propane tank out at some point this summer, I yanked the connector and broke the connector.
Why do you keep messing things up?
I'm not messing things up. So it just means that we've added something to our to-do list for the day.
Our list is already like 50 miles long.
Gotta heat shrink these onto the wires. That should work. All right, and now for the moment of truth. All right, we got that unexpected project done, and now it's onward to the things that were originally on the list to get done today. Whew.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Hopefully there's enough jelly on it.
We've had hookups for a long time. I'm kind of used to not having to fill these.
What is that contraption? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Oh, I just use this to keep the jugs from moving when they're in the truck. But when they're empty, you can pick it up, pick a bunch of
That's
stuff.
handy. If you're wondering why we carry these jugs with us everywhere, it is because they hold extra water storage for us. We have an 80-gallon freshwater tank that we're filling up because we are on full hookups, but we're headed to a spot that's completely off-grid. We're gonna be boondocking for the first time in like forever, and so we just wanna have that little bit of extra water with us.
This next job normally I don't do on travel day, but we've been sitting for 4 months, so it's trying to grease the wheel bearings. Well, this isn't going smoothly. The tip of my grease gun is just not, it's not seating right, so the grease isn't getting into the bearings, which is making it useless. So I'm gonna make a quick run to town. Yes, definitely not getting everything done that we wanted to get done today. Oh well, it's the way the cookie crumbles.
We have to head to the post office because apparently we have been here long enough to have a post office box, and we have to make sure that we forward the address to my parents' house because I'm still expecting a passport card at some point.
We did really good all summer until this week when we lost one of our keys. I'm really worried that they're gonna be like, that'll be a $60 charge.
Should we check our box one more time?
Last time.
See what's in there. 482. Nothing. Oh,
We left it
we
here.
left it. That's where the key is. Yay!
Fantastic.
The post lady said you left the key in the door.
Well, I'm just very trusting of the people of
I gotta look
City.
both ways. I don't want to get hit in this
But
town.
can we give a shout out to small town post
Oh my
offices?
word, they're so helpful.
First of all, the key in the box. Second of all, Kalyn's passport hasn't come yet. So she's like, don't worry about it. And when it comes, we will literally like forward it ourselves to your new address.
Yeah, they're super impressive.
AutoZone, instead of getting a full grease gun, I actually opted for the environmentally friendly route of just replacing the nozzle with hopefully what it advertises itself as a high performance nozzle. We'll see. In typical Joe Cummings fashion, I bit off more than I could chew. I did not get everything off that list, but it's okay. We technically don't have a checkout time tomorrow, so not a big deal. Tomorrow morning, we'll get the rest off that list, but right now, it's almost 2:30, so my day's just beginning. I gotta get changed and go to work.
While Joseph is working his last shift at the store, I'm gonna make a snack for us tomorrow to have on the road. They're energy bars that I've never made before, but they look really good. I'm also gonna tell you why we're even here work camping in the first place. My online business was doing really well. It was providing a full-time income for us. So I am a content creator in the planning and productivity space, and Joseph was working with me at that point. Hang on, was I only supposed to do 2? I think I did. Did I do 2? I'm not sure if I did 2. I think that's just 1. We're gonna have a lot more flax in there if that's not the case. Anyway, we traveled oblivious to what was going to happen. So this was in 2019, and then 2020 hit, and my business didn't really take a dive until the beginning of 2021. And then it just went on this slow decline through 2021 and 2022. And we were like trying so many different strategies and having to pivot. Finally, it came to the point where we were like, all right, Joseph, you gotta like pull in some money as well. We gotta kind of work together to get ourselves out of this mess. And so that is what this summer has been all about. If you've never heard of work camping before, it's basically you are working for a person or a company in exchange for a free RV site, and oftentimes an hourly wage for all hours worked on top of that. Although some gigs are like you're working 20 hours a week for your site and then 20 hours you get paid hourly. It really depends. You kind of have to sort through the gigs to try to find one that pays hourly for every hour worked, and then also get a free site on top of that, which is what this one was. This job also came with a few other cool perks. So we got discounted propane. We also got 2 free ferry tickets to nearby Mackinac Island to explore. This area of Michigan is just so beautiful. So if you ever have the chance to come to the northern lower peninsula, which we're right near the Mackinac Bridge, so you can easily get over to the upper peninsula, which has so many beautiful places to explore too. Like, it really was not a bad deal. If we had to stop traveling, this was the place to do it in.
Whew, what a weird night that was. I was not expecting the emotions I'm feeling tonight. Like, I really connected with a bunch of people here. It was a great summer. I had a bunch of people stop in the store and say goodbye, knowing that I'm taking off tomorrow. And I don't know, it's just a weird feeling, looking forward to the excitement of moving on and what's ahead, but also at the same time, leaving behind some good people here in Michigan. Yeah, it's weird, but tomorrow the new adventure begins, so I guess I better head off and get some sleep.
Unfortunately, we didn't get everything done in the outside prep work that we wanted to. Time got away from us, so we still have a few things to do.
Yep, I've got to do the wheel bearings still, I've got to put the motorcycle on, and I've got to put the bikes on the bike rack.
And it's supposed to rain today, which is always fun when rain coincides with travel day. So this is the last time that you're going to see my hair straight because humidity does not play nice.
Kaylin.
What?
What are you doing?
The smoothie like made me really cold, and the heat from the fireplace only comes out right here. So this is where I'm parking myself. Good luck doing all the stuff.
So these should be done at minimum once a year. It helps prevent tire fires, which we think is kind of important. While I'm doing the bearings, I'm also going to check the air pressure. We have TPMS monitors in the tires, but I don't always trust them. Plus, one of them failed on me, so I actually only have 3 for 4 tires. Make sure there's not any problems we might be having in the future. And I'm a little light, so we're gonna air this tire up and we'll check the rest as we go around. 70, perfect. 62, close enough. 62, front tires match. Ooh boy. 50, that's no good. Well, I have a new tire to keep an eye on. This is my back passenger tire. It's reading 50, it should be at 70. This is why it's so important to check your tire pressures, especially if you haven't for quite a while. I'm 20 pounds light on that back tire, so time to pump it up and we'll keep an eye on it for today. and see if we've got a leak or what's going on here.
Why don't you like my slippers? Stop. Stop it. Don't be a bum. At the beginning of the summer, we decided that since this area was very much a biking area, that we would just buy some cheap bikes from Walmart and then sell them on Facebook Marketplace at the end of the year. Instead, Joseph bought a bike rack on Facebook Marketplace, so we're obviously keeping them.
That's not going anywhere. For 2 years now, we've had this setup where we have the motorcycle on the front. Now we have the motorcycle on the front and 2 bikes on the back. Let us know in the comments if you've ever seen a setup remotely like this.
We just have a few things left to do before we leave, but the hair, it's starting to poof.
Stop! You can pull it in some more. So our awning spring mechanism is a little bit shot, so I'll have to climb up the ladder and twist it and make it go in.
Did I hear you say bee's nest?
Yeah, tell me you've been in a spot for a while without telling me you've been in a spot for a while. Right here.
Right in there?
You see it?
No.
Back up.
Oh, is there a bee in it?
I don't know.
Joseph? That was not cool. At least it was empty.
It's travel day, buddy.
After 2 days of prep, we're finally wrapping up the last few to-dos, and now we're ready to get on the road. Here's your cup.
That was a lot of stuff to remember.
I'm sure we forgot something.
Hopefully nothing important.
Work camping job
Complete.
On to
future endeavors.
and the Porcupine Mountains, which is where we're headed next to do boondocking for the first time in a really long time.
We are looking forward to a quiet night.
I hope it's quiet. It's not a really remote boondocking spot. There are campsites, but at least it will be free. We did leave kind of late, which is a little bit of a concern. It's about 1 p.m. right now. Usually we like to leave between 9 and 10, but of course we were stationary for a while. We had a lot to do, so hopefully we can get to our next spot before dark. The GPS or Google Maps is saying 4.5 hours. We usually have to say that's going to be a little bit longer. I'm thinking around 6 hours.
Well, with stops 6 hours, so it's 262 miles. I generally go 1 hour per 50 miles is a good average.
Okay.
So that'd be 5 hours of driving, 1 hour of stopping.
Ooh, so we're not pulling into like 7. I didn't even really think through this. I think the hair has gotten to a point where we need to actually just give up and put it up in a ponytail because it just keeps getting bigger. If you know what I'm talking about and you deal with this too, leave a comment. Who knows when we'll be going on the Mackinac Bridge again. It's $4 an axle to get across the bridge. How many axles do we have?
4.
4 times 4, 16 bucks. Wait, is that right?
I don't remember if it's $4 an axle. It's $4 for a car to cross. I do not remember what the per axle is. We'll find out more.
I guess we'll find out how much we're paying to tow across the Mackinac Bridge.
Hello.
$8, please, on your card. Where are you folks heading today?
Porcupine Mountains.
Oh, you've got ways to go yet.
Yep. Thanks so much.
Yeah, porcupines are gorgeous. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
$8, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, so apparently $2 per axle.
We have to do a quick rest area stop because there's a strap flapping in the back, and then we just remembered that our T-Mobile home internet, we did not put anywhere safe. So I'm crossing my fingers that it has not completely flown off the counter. All right, let's see if this is, oh, it's still there. It has moved though. It has shifted just a little bit. So I'm gonna put that in here. That will be much more secure. Whew, we dodged a bullet.
You getting nervous yet?
Just a little bit. I heard the fuel ding.
We have 11 miles to go to get to a gas station, so we should be fine.
That gas station does not have diesel.
And we're in the middle of nowhere, Michigan.
We need to find diesel stat.
There are 2 types of people. There are the people who, when it dings, are like, oh, we got plenty of time. And then there are the people that try to never let it ding. Which one are you?
I already explained that one of the main reasons for work camping this summer was because we're just flat out broke. But the second reason that we're work camping and looking at a few more short-term gigs in the near future is because we got big plans for summer 2024.
We're going to Alaska.
At least we hope so. We're trying to build out our fund, and we have a number in mind that we are thinking would make us feel comfortable that if we save that much, then we should be able to go on that adventure.
Because we know that it is not smart to go to Alaska while broke.
Alaska is a lot more expensive, just even in terms of groceries. We saw RVers there last summer, and a bag of tortilla chips was like $8. So we know we're gonna have to budget a lot more to be able to live and survive up there. Plus, we don't wanna be up there on a shoestring budget. We don't wanna scrimp, because there are gonna be some really amazing experiences that are like once in a lifetime things, and we wanna make sure we have the money to splurge on them. So we're thinking extra expenses and experiences. We would feel comfortable with a number around $9,000. That was a weird sound.
A little vacuum. Of course, one of the most major expenses that we're gonna have going to Alaska is diesel.
Because I don't know if you've looked at Alaska on a map, but we have quite a bit of Canada to go through to get from the States to the actual Alaskan state line. And then we have to come all the way back.
We're budgeting $4,000 just for fuel alone.
And because $13,000 doesn't sound super sexy, we are rounding it up to 15 grand just to give us a little bit more wiggle room.
Speaking of fuel prices, fuel expenses, oh, whew. Where's my keys?
You always lose your keys.
What did I do with my keys?
I don't know.
Oh,
Did you leave?
it's up here on the dashboard.
With that number in mind, do you think that is a reasonable number to go to Alaska? Is it too little? Do you think it's too much? We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you stay tuned and subscribe so you know exactly how we're building our Alaska fund, and we'll give you updates too along the way.
We are being so much more intentional about the work camping that we're selecting and being much more intentional in our businesses. So for the first 3 years of RV travel, Kalyn had her business. I worked with her on it, but I didn't put in a solid like 30, 40 hours a week. So that is something that's changing going forward, where we are both like all in.
By spring of 2024, we hope to be in a much better financial position, not only because of these work camping gigs, but also because I am starting to build my business back. Joseph has a podcast editing business with a few clients as well that he's working on growing. So if this whole financial situation that we got ourselves into has taught us anything, it's don't put all your financial eggs in one basket, or shall we say one business. We need to diversify. Basically, we've learned a lot of lessons.
So far, the work camping jobs I've done, so the first one technically wasn't really work camping. It was working at a FedEx facility while we boondocked in Arizona. My second work camping job, also not technically work camping. I mooch docked at my brother's house and worked at a ranch nearby building fences. My third work camping job, actually work camping, was at a campground Mackinac Mill Creek in northern Michigan. There we got a free site, got paid on top of it, but still not the type of job you're looking for if you're trying to save a lot of money in a short period of time. So we're being much more picky about the jobs we're taking moving forward, and we have 2 lined up for this winter, both short term, but both a lot more lucrative. And we'll share more about those in upcoming videos. So it's the building with the green roof over there.
That's where we stayed. Our first year of RV life. We were babies.
That was a long time ago. We'll put a link in the description for a video that we did when we were here.
But right now, it is snack time. We're gonna
And bathroom time.
taste those healthy-ish bars that I made yesterday and hope they taste good. It's kind of breaking apart a little bit. That I hope they taste amazing because they have healthy ingredients. But it's also covered in chocolate. Careful, because they can like
Be crumbly, like mine's falling, tapping like a
careful.
like an
You're gonna
iceberg.
get crumbs everywhere.
So what else is in?
The chocolate coating is good.
They're good.
I don't know, the bottom.
They're good.
We only have a few more miles left till our campground. The sun is shining, it's beautiful. So we're definitely not getting in after dark, which is a huge relief.
And I'm still a little stressed out because there's still a chance that, you know, the road is closed or that there's not a spot for us, or there's still 5 things that could go wrong.
That is true, because with boondocking, you don't make reservations. It's literally first come, first serve. If there's a spot, great. If not, you got to move on to plan B. And I don't think I have a plan B.
Great.
I thought the coordinates would take us directly to the campsite, but apparently they only took us to the end of this road. So I'm really not sure how far we have to drive up this, but we can't exactly turn around.
Like I said, there's still things that can go wrong.
I think the entrance.
I think that is the entrance, because I think this is the boat ramp.
How are we supposed to get up there? Campendium was not very clear on this one. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the sites are going to look like. I don't know if they're large enough. I feel like we didn't get the right coordinates. So let's go check it out and at least see what we're dealing with and see if we can actually get up here. I don't know, keep walking.
In a second, I'm testing the Verizon speed here.
Okay.
Yeah, Verizon speed is awful.
Oh, that's really bad.
We should check the T-Mobile back at the truck. But the sites here are really nice.
No, they are.
Really big level, I mean, fire pit, picnic table.
Yeah, for free. Like, you don't normally get a fire pit and a picnic table and a big spacious site. So I think we've decided on our site W18. The Verizon speed was a little bit better. You could see the water through the trees. However, we are going to break a few rules because
we're coming up the wrong way on a one-way road, but I won't tell anybody if you don't.
It just makes more sense trying to back into this area. Like, coming in from the other side is going to be a lot better. There you go. That's all that I saw. I think that's kind of, if you don't want to be completely not level, that's probably where we should stop. What did you say?
I lost a bearing cap. I popped them all back on. I know.
You made sure it was on? But this, what? Right here? Or no, this thing?
This hole.
Oh, it's supposed to look like that. Ah, you're cheating the system. Let us know in the comments if you've ever done this before to try to get a level site. All right, I'm all set. Go ahead. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit further. Okay, stop. We're perfect.
Ooh, I might need to put some WD-40 on that. We are going to finish getting set up here at camp, but in the meantime, be sure to click subscribe and ring that bell so you're notified of when we release our next video as we continue our journey of work camping to Alaska. We'll see you in the next video.